Hey, Steeler Nation. Welcome back to the Steelerwadeshow. Been a minute. This is probably about the third or fourth podcast I've recorded and not posted because, hey, life happens and life happens, right? I love my Pittsburgh Steelers and we are in like the depths of despair as far as like this is the real off season for the people that just can't get enough, you know. I've done a few. I love Coach Dunbar. And the way he talks. I did some this and that, and I just wasn't inspired, and had so many things go on. But let's go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Um, Today, I was listening to the Ramon Foster show, and they don't have. There's just not much to talk about. And they were talking about old teams and old offenses and things like that. And it seems like recently the conversation has been brought up about the value of the running back position. And you have people offer franchise tags, which is kind of a slap in the face for men that think they're superstars and this and that. And we as Steeler fans, if you kind of half-ass follow the money and things like that, you know that we're going to have a deal going on with Najee Harris next year or after that because it's coming around, right? Look, my daughter doesn't listen. My One of my daughters doesn't necessarily listen to my program all the time. So if she is listening, you will have a surprise someday. I'm going to get you a Najee Harris um, jersey because she likes him. I lost her when she was about 5.5, and she went through different things similar to what Najee went through because of the choices I made, and she likes him. What's not to like about Najee? You know what I mean? Someone that still wears an athletics cap. I mean, go ahead, dude. Do it, dude. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I like the guy so much. We're gonna end up having this conversation, and there's this deal. Like have you listening to a lot of the different podcasts and stuff like that? There seems to be this level at 4 yards average. You know, um, if a running back has an average of 4 yards each carry, he's good. Below that, he's not considered good. There's all this I mean, I don't know what kind of soft fan you are, but if you're getting all caught up in the disrespect of different polls and things like that, just fucking leave that shit alone and enjoy your Steelers. Enjoy the men that are playing on that field. You know, just don't listen to that top five and this BS with Garrett and Maka. Just stop. But you do hear, or I have heard, there's this devaluation of the running back, and running backs are talking, and this is also kind of going along with, I'm sure, Steeler fans have seen different things that Bell has put out, and I can't really give you how I feel about that necessarily with Bell. I am looking forward to him going on the Ramon Foster show. Like when I heard Roosevelt Nix was on there, I about pissed my pants because he's so cool. You know what I mean? I mean, Nix is, he's bad. He's a bad dude. He's so cool, so very cool. And for Ramon Foster, obviously he's friends with Bell. Don't get all watery-eyed. I do get watery-eyed. I'll tell you what, DK and Ramon Foster had me half-ass crying this afternoon. And please subscribe, be a member to their show. They have the greatest podcast. It's so inspirational. It's so honest, and it is as honest as we can get. You can take it as complete face value. You know? And that's half-ass what the battle is. I don't know, whatever, Dick. I got this cat. This guy's name's Butters. And he's part of the Steelerwadeshow tonight. Heard? So, he likes to hang out. And, but there's this devaluation of running backs and things like that. And, like I said, with the things with Bell has been on lately and stuff like that. And hopefully he'll be on the Ramon Foster show. DK's, I know it's not going to happen tomorrow, but hopefully that happens soon. And I like to watch him box. I used to like to watch him run. It tore the ass out of me to watch him run. I don't know how other Steeler fans. I mean, Bell was wonderful, but he was a Steeler. Please, if you have any comments, does anybody recognize what I'm talking about? Like, Le'Veon Bell was a Steeler. As far as who we are in love with, as far as different Pittsburgh Steelers, take the Killer Bees out of the subject, okay? Just take it out. The Steeler fans that I relate the best to, maybe you are one of these, or you have friends that are like this, are the ones that like almost have a stroke sometimes during the game. They're into it on a different kind of, not better level, but they're just whack. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh, and you're about to have a heart attack. You know what I mean? You've got like 8 wins, 10 wins, or something like that. Now you're playing Cleveland. There's no way you can lose because that would just kill you. You know what I mean? Just heart attack city. That's what I believe it's like being a really righteous Steeler fan. And Le'Veon Bell, with that running style, tore the ass out of me. It was so hard for me to watch. So hard. I cannot say one bad thing about him. But it was just hard for me. And like the Pet Shop Boys said, would you prefer a hard or soft option? I have always preferred a hard option. I wasn't all the way on the board with Bell just because I was not a great person, maybe, at the time, at life. But I don't know. What I'm going back to is, I enjoy, there have been different podcasts like you hear with B-Mac and Pat P with their podcasts, which I believe, please, Steeler fans, any fans, I would think, but if you're a Steeler fan, for sure, check out their podcast because they have such a neat insight. And B-Mac will go, Champagne! Just to hear him say Champagne is completely worth watching their podcast. These guys are so cool. I cannot believe our family of Steeler Nation that goes way beyond the fans and what is really happening here. Man, we have Pat P out there. Let's get back to the running back situation. When I've really enjoyed this last offseason listening to Pat P. And because I never give a fuck about the NFC, I didn't really know that much about him, But now he's over here on the good side, and he talks a lot about, like, you have different priorities in your life, value systems and things, and he obviously values his body. He has an understanding of the value of his health and the longevity that will allow him to achieve the goals that he wants to achieve. Well, there's all this dissonance on running backs, and the things that I have seen, and I am not, like, I don't know everything, and maybe I have seen versions of, a promotion or a highlight reel or this or that. You know what I mean? I don't know, but as a fan, and with the last 2 years watching Najee Harris, he has came across to me as someone, if not a leader, wants to do his best at being a leader, but more importantly, he has came across, that's the wonderful part. That's the whole team deal. But as an individual, there have been like 1 out of 5 conversations where it has turned towards how he feels about the value of keeping himself healthy. That's the part that devalues the running back. Obviously, I'm not no brain surgeon, but it's the health. Man, wouldn't it be rad if the Pittsburgh Steelers, against everyone's advisement, but everybody knew that we were going to get Najee Harris, you know, and this year, because think about what we have going on. We have a decent line. Najee, all these podcasts want you to watch because it's like, you know, who needs to step up? Does Najee need to step up? I mean, I feel sorry for these cats that do it professionally. Because Dick, there ain't nothing to talk about necessarily. I've had life. I ended up taking my daughter up to her freshman orientation in Michigan. I think I might be seeing maybe a Wolverines game around the 11th or 17th, something like that in November. They play Purdue. But wouldn't it be rad, folks, if we were the team, if our foresight picked Najee Harris and he happened to be the one that is stronger from the 5-year to 8-year to 9-year mark. And we are the reason that curbs the value system of the running back. It's not a continual downfall. We start chirping it with this amazing running back that we have picked. I love Warren. I do. I think he is going to amaze people next year with receptions because they're looking at everybody else. I think that we are going to see precise short and medium route trees next year that will allow for confusion on defenses. Maybe I'm dreaming. But I think, dang cat. Butters. Kitty, kitty, kitty. But fuck all that Canada shit. You know what I mean? Just do what it says, and you're gonna, do the play. He's gonna kick butt this year. Sorry, he's gonna kick butt. Folks, thank you. I'm sorry I've been gone a long time. If you made it this long, you know, please press like if you like what you hear. If you want to hear it again, please press subscribe. I haven't been posting just because I've had to correct things personally. And I do appreciate you listening and watching. And for all 26, never mind. Thank you, folks. Good night, Steeler Nation. 9 more days. Special number to me. 3 squared.